What up, guys? My name is Kong, and today I'm going to be talking about Jumanji, the original Jumanji from the early 90s or mid 90s. I'll say about mid 90s. It just starred Robin Williams. There's other characters, I can't remember their name, but I think most of most of my audience or most of you should know what Jumanji is, what the movie is about. I'm not gonna talk about it here because Jumanji is basically about a board game that come to life, and you have to beat the game in order to survive the game. So that's what it is. So talk about what I like about this movie. I like the story itself. The story is very simple, easy to follow. I like the board game. It looks easy, simple, really interesting. Board, when you think about it, like this game board is very powerful, almost more so than the Ouija board, because it can bring creature from out of thin air almost, basically, and yet those creatures have effect on the real life in the real world. So interesting concept. I like the board. It's very simple. What else? I like the sibling. I thought the sibling was really interesting. We get to find out a little bit more about their father and their parents have passed away. But I guess I want to say the main focus of this story is really Robin Williams, as he as a young child and then as an adult. Is so good. He does a really wonderful job of conveying fish out of the bowl, or fish out of the bowl. He's been gone for what I want to say 40 years. No, I want to say 60s. I would say 40 years. I would say he's either 30 or 40 years, and he trying to learn all this stuff, trying to figure out what's going on, and he's very good. He's just a really good actor, and the moment that we get with him are very sacred, very memorable, very emotional, very heartwarming. I liked it a lot. And then what else? I like the girl, the young girl that Robin Williams' character was played the game with, and then the adult young lady, as they all come back to beat the game. So I like that a lot here. I really do, because there's certain scene that is very emotional. Is very it really tugged your heart, and I like that. This movie is just more than just a board game. It's about family. It's about rekindle with your loved one, rekindle with building friendship, and that sort of thing, and confronting your I would say your problem, your issues, your mistake. I like that here a lot. What else? I like the hunter. I thought he was very interesting. I thought he was quite the opposite of Robin Williams' character. He's very authoritarian. He's almost like a predator. He's very macho. I like that the character here is a very unique, very. They have their own sort of backstory, but the person who has the most backstory is Robin Williams' characters. I feel like he really nailed the characters' innocent, sadness. What would you say? Understanding and appreciation. I like that. I really do. Now let's talk about the story itself. Is very interesting. The one of the old factory guys actually is the African American guy who's actually still stay in town. The little girl's still in town, and the two siblings are still in town. That they moved in, and they get to meet Robin Williams. They interact with this board game. It's simple, easy enough to understand, and then I like the some of the special effects here are good. Not all of it is not all of it is bad. Some of it is bad, because you gotta think about this is mid 90s, maybe late 90s movies, so the CGI isn't top notch, but this still does the job. It still conveys the mythical power of this board game has. So I like that for what it is. What else? What else did I really like? I like the resolution, the the really I would say the cherished moment that we get between characters are really memorable. Very almost they are memorable, but I can't think of another way would say memorable or long-lasting memory. I would say that I like the ending. I thought the ending was good. Sort of go back in time, ties it up. There is questionable about that, but I sort of accept that because the board do have mythical powers, so I'm not gonna really argue with that because it's sort of the beyond the belief where I sort of accept for what it is. I mean, just say, hey, if this board can bring creature to life from thin air, and I'm think this board is able to do things that our mind can't imagine. So I like the ending. I like the young sibling meeting the Robin Williams as in the future. I thought the story really ties it really well together. It has such a really heartwarming ending, such as Robin Williams as a childhood learned to appreciate his father, appreciate his family, and do what is necessary to be part of the family, to do to live his life with his family. So I like that. So I'll talk about what I don't like about this. Some of the CGI is not the best. And I mentioned that in the pros. Not the best, especially the monkey. The monkey looked very fake. The lion is on borderline fake and real, but it's sort of on the real side. The elephant and the rhinoceros is kind of on the same line of the lion. What else did I not like? See here. That's all I don't like about the movie. It is a tad long, but it doesn't distract from the movie. And I complain about a lot of movies because nowadays the movie are 2 hours long, at least 2 hours long. So I guess I should get used to it. But this is a 2 hour movie where it feels short. It feels short in a good way. What I mean is like feel like an hour 30, maybe an hour 40, maybe an hour 45. So it has a good pacing, it has good stories, and that's what I like about this movie. I don't have a lot of things I don't like about this movie. There are questions about the power of the board, but that's the power of the board. So I'm not gonna really question that. For me, it's just what it is. So I have to sort of learn to accept that it is. So guys, what was the rating I give this movie? I give it an 8 out of 10. I really enjoyed this movie. I really do. So much more than the sequel movie, that starred, Dwayne Johnson and Jack Black, Kevin Hart, and then there's another famous actress, hot actress, but not as good. It doesn't have really the story. It doesn't have the characters. It doesn't have the mythical power of the. It does show that in the new one, but it doesn't have story. It doesn't have characters. It doesn't have sacred moment. It doesn't have that. Those movies don't have what this movie has. So that's why I give this movie an 8 out of 10. I enjoyed it a lot. I find certain moments very heartwarming, very long-lasting feeling, very touching, very human. So I like this movie a lot. 8 out of 10, guys. Jumanji is a good movie. It's a really good 90s movie, action movie, story movie, drama. It's a good movie. I watched this movie on Netflix. Out of all places, I did not expect this movie to be on Netflix. I was thinking it would be on maybe Paramount or Disney or HBO, but yet it was on Netflix. So go check it out if you have Netflix. It's on there, and I think you will enjoy the movie as much as I did. So anyway, guys, please like, thumbs up, share, subscribe, and browse to my YouTube channels. I have a lot of content for you guys to check out. Please do so. Thank you so much, and take care, guys. Bye-bye.